What's up, soldiers? My name is Ryan, and today we got a heaping load of new stuff for Final Fantasy VII Remake announced by PlayStation and Square Enix's Neil Pabon on the blog post on their website. In today's video, I'd like to go over the screenshots that were in this, both old and new, and especially talk about the reveal of the official box art for the game. Let's get going, soldiers. First off, let's go over the official statements given out by Neil Pabon at Square Enix. He starts off by saying that Square Enix is proud to reveal the official box art for Final Fantasy VII Remake in North America and Europe. If you grew up with the game, you'll immediately recognize the image, considering it's a complete remake of the original game's North American box art. He also points out a fun detail that you can see two glowing orbs in the holes of the Buster Sword, those being the materia. It's such a fun attention to detail that actually translates into the game itself as well. The next bits we get are recapping the new info we got on Classic and Summons back at TGS, but I'll still go ahead and read to give the overall info out that was in here. According to Pabon, when you enter a battle in Classic, your ATB bar will automatically fill up over time. Once those gauges have been filled, you can issue commands to spend those charges of your ATB gauge. Whether it's a special attack, casting some magic, or using an item, it's all up to you. I can safely say that Classic is probably one of the most fun details I've seen in Final Fantasy VII Remake thus far. The fact that they implemented this thing that isn't even mandatory, but is there for people who prefer turn-based combat shows so much love from Square Enix, and especially from Tetsuya Nomura and Yoshinori Kitase. He then goes on to describe a bit more the Ifrit summon that was shown off at TGS, describing a bit more about the gameplay. Pabon says that every character can equip a summon materia, and if you equip it, a special gauge will gradually fill up over time. Once full, you can call in the summon. When the timer drops to 0, the summon uses their powerful attack. In Ifrit's case, Hellfire. 3 words. Ifrit is badass. That's all really to go over from the Sony blog post. Now, time to move on to the images that were revealed, and there's a good bit to go over here, so sit tight. One more quick thing before we get to that though. Square Enix released direct feed footage of the Abzu Fight from TGS 2019, except without any commentary, and it's a much higher quality. There's a link down below in the description if you'd like to watch it. Now, the screenshots. Like I said, a really good bit to go over here, both old and new. To be somewhat quick with it, I'll be going over new screenshots or anything new from the old ones. The first one is simple, of Tifa leaning over the bar in the 7th heaven preparing a drink. Pretty obvious to this one, but this seems to be the scene from the E3 trailer in the original game of Tifa sitting at the bar with Cloud and talking about their missions and the actions that they do from them. The second screenshot is of Barret in the daytime in Sector 7. Presumably, this is taking place during the scene in the TGS trailer where the Watchmen of Fate attack the gang in Sector 7, though that's just a theory of mine. One thing to note though is I haven't mentioned yet, but I love the fact that Midgar is going to have a day and night cycle. The next one I'd like to go over is of Barret using his big shot ability with Tifa and Cloud in the party, and by using the triangle button, you can use an ability called Overcharge. Maybe the more you mash it, the longer you hold the big shot for more damage, or something along those lines. The next one is of Ifrit Falcon punching the ever-loving crap out of the sweeper enemy. It should be noted though that Cloud is the only one at the party here. Going off the top of my head though, there's not too many moments in Midgar where Cloud is completely alone. I'm assuming this is either post-bombing run or a possible new segment altogether. The next one is a screenshot of the back alleys in Sector 7, at the item shop in the background. I love the fact that the item shop is literally just called Item Shop. It should be noted too though that they seemingly have a special, with high potions on sale. Maybe certain items will be on sale at certain points in the story? That could be cool. The next one is of an outside scene of the 7th heaven at night, confirming more of the day and night cycle for the game. I'm assuming that takes place right before Tifa and Cloud talk at the bar. It's also great to see more of the 7th heaven at night, and actually just from an outside perspective. Our second to last screenshot here is of Tifa giving a small smile to Cloud as they sit into what I assume is their prison cells at Shinra HQ. I know that she's talking to Cloud since it's the exact same room from the TGS trailer where she was talking to him. Now, the final screenshot, and without a doubt the biggest one, the materia menu. The first thing to note is actually behind the menu itself. Cloud is standing in the middle of the underground railroad section, and I'm assuming this is either right before the new motorcycle bit from post-bombing run, or this is the area where Cloud, Tifa, Barret, and the rest of Avalanche all run through the railroad tracks just to get to the next reactor. Another thing to note though is that we see Cloud has an elemental materia equipped, which turns out to be the ice materia. We know this because in Final Fantasy VII Remake, you'll be able to see the effects of the materia on the character, with ice appearing on Cloud's arms and the Buster Sword. The final thing to note is that you at least seem to be 58 minutes into the game with exactly 2,000 gil. It's a small thing, but I thought I should mention it nonetheless. Now, let's get to the goods. First of all, Cloud is equipped with his Buster Sword, an iron bangle, and power wrist guards for his armor and such, giving us our first look at equipment customization. I also like how the weapon and materia menus are combined this time, unlike the original. The next one is that we see something that I got wrong back in my TGS video. I had stated in there a theory that the summons will no longer be using the red materia, but the purple materia. However, this doesn't seem to be the case, with red materia appearing next to a monster symbol in the menu, so my apologies for getting that wrong. I also love how the materia looks in here. It's so detailed and so mesmerizing looking, but it looks so cool. We also see a slot showing materia info with the elemental ice materia. We see for the weapon it adds 2% of linked elemental damage, so increasing the damage on ice. For armor, it halves the damage taken from ice in half. We see in that section also that the more you level it up, the stronger the damage gets, but the armor is completely different. For level 2, you're prevented from being damaged against the element. For level 3 though, you absorb the element itself, presumably for more HP or MP. There's definitely going to be major incentive for leveling up the materia you have, and I'll be definitely sure to. That's all I really have to say about the screenshots and menus, but let's talk about what's gotten everyone talking. The box art, and God, it looks so good! I love the fact that it recreates the original NA box art so well, but it looks so clean and detailed. I really wish the Deluxe Edition had this on the Steelbook instead of Sephiroth, because this looks amazing. Either way, that's all I really have to say for today. Let me know below what you guys think about the materia menu, the new screenshots, and of course the new box art in the comments below. Thank you all very much for watching, have a great night, and see you later, soldiers. Signing off.